The story begins exactly 15 years ago from today, where we are shown two CIA agents whose names are Matthew and Emily. Before leaving for the mission, Emily had taken a pregnancy test. She was looking at that same test when Matthew told her to get ready quickly. After that, both of them reached the house of a major European terrorist. While getting out of the car, Matthew is taking his gun with him when Emily stops him and says that this is a children's party. If shots are fired here, they could hit anyone. Actually, the European terrorist was celebrating his son's 8th birthday. That is why he had organized a big and grand party. There, Emily and Matthew had to steal a chip called ICS. Then, Matthew and Emily get out of the car. Their boss tells them that they have to act as a French arms-dealing couple. While going inside, both of them hold each other's hand and enter. Seeing this, the boss immediately understands that something is going on between the two of them. The boss says, "I shouldn't have sent you both together." Emily said, "You trust us, right? We will handle everything. Don't worry. We are just acting for our mission." To this, their boss said, "If we get caught today, it would be better to take a poison pill, please." After entering the party, Emily sprays something on her hand and starts moving towards that European terrorist. Actually, the terrorist's name was Gore. Emily extends her hand towards Gore and compliments him. "I have to admit, your house is extremely luxurious and beautiful." After that, Gore kisses her hands. Then Gore's fingerprints are captured and his voice gets recorded in the device worn by Emily. During this, their boss is fully guiding them on where and how they should go next. Following the boss's guidance, Matthew and Emily soon reach Gore's office. There, they print the fingerprints on a transparent paper and place it on the lock of the safe. After that, using the voice recorded in the watch, they finally open the safe and take out the ICS chip from inside. Then, Matthew asks his boss what this actually does. The boss explains that with this, plants, dams, and nuclear reactors can be controlled, meaning the world's most powerful infrastructure is controlled by this. Then their boss says that this is an extremely powerful thing, but suddenly, sirens start blaring there. Guards arrive there, but Matthew and Emily easily bring those guards down to the ground. Even after coming outside, they see some more guards, whom they take down all of them. After that, their boss tells them to go to a secret location. They quickly escape from there and reach that secret location in their car. There, an MI6 agent, Baron Andrews, is waiting for them. Here, their boss had already clearly told them that we cannot trust anyone. So, do not tell anything to Baron Andrews. Actually, Baron Andrews was Emily's ex-boyfriend, and he had prepared a jet. He meets Emily very lovingly, but his bonding with Matthew is not that special. Both keep trying to put each other down and keep making fun of each other. Emily says with a smile, "You both make a very good pair." Then Baron Andrews says to Emily, "Enjoy the journey, Emily. It felt great meeting you." After that, all three come inside the plane, and the plane soon takes off. Now their mission was almost complete. So Matthew calls the air hostess to celebrate and orders a champagne, but Emily refuses to drink champagne. Matthew says, "We celebrate like this after every mission is completed. What happened to you today? Is something wrong?" After that, Emily finally tells Matthew that she is pregnant, and the father of this child is Matthew himself. Hearing this, Matthew gets a bit surprised and very happy too. He says to Emily, "I want to start a family with you." The air hostess brings the champagne. Then Matthew happily tells her that he is going to become a father. The air hostess also congratulates him. During this, Emily starts feeling like vomiting, so she immediately runs towards the washroom, but upon reaching there, she sees that the washroom is locked. The flight attendant tells her that the washroom is broken, so she cannot go inside. To this, Emily says that this flight is 11 hours long. Then Emily quietly signals Matthew because she had started suspecting that something is wrong here. Suddenly, the flight attendant places a gun on Emily's head from behind and says, "Quickly give me the ICS chip." Matthew says, "Okay," and throws the ICS chip towards him. As soon as the flight attendant's attention is diverted, Emily seizes the opportunity and snatches the gun from him. Hearing the sound of the fight, the rest of the attendants also come out and a dangerous fight starts there. Matthew and Emily were highly trained fighters, so in a short time, they bring everyone down to the ground, but the same flight attendant gets up again. He spots a gun, and as soon as he picks it up to fire, suddenly Max Picha comes from behind and pushes him, because of which his aim misses and the bullet directly hits the plane's pilot. Now the pilot dies right there, after which the plane goes completely out of control. The flight attendant quickly picks up the ICS chip and runs to get a parachute, but Matthew catches him and beats him up and throws him down. In the meantime, the plane crashes into a mountain, and the flight attendant accidentally falls out of the plane. The plane is now about to crash by falling into a big ravine. If both of them wanted to survive alive from here, they had to somehow get out of this plane, but they had only one parachute. Matthew puts the last parachute on Emily and says, "Take care of our child," but Emily jumps onto Matthew, wraps her legs around Matthew's waist. Then she opens the parachute and both of them survive alive. After surviving alive, Matthew becomes quite emotional. He says, "It may not be right for us, but for our child's sake, we have to leave this work. Now, we will have to live a normal life." Matthew further says that they won't get a better opportunity than this again. People will think that both of them died in the plane crash. That is why both of them decide to disappear and think of going somewhere far away to live a normal life. So Matthew says, now we will have to break all contacts. We have to completely disappear from the world's eyes. He also says to Emily, see, I have no one in this world. Disappearing is very easy for me, but you will have to stay away from your mother forever. To this, Emily says, this is not a big deal for me. I can stay away from my mommy. Now the story moves 15 years forward. We see Emily and Matthew living a very happy life together. They have 2 children. The elder daughter's name was Alice. Alice's nature was a bit angry and she would do whatever came to her mind. She didn't listen much to her parents. And their younger son's name was Leo. He mostly kept playing video games and remained immersed in the world of new gadgets. Emily quickly calls both children downstairs. They quickly make them have breakfast and take them in the car to drop them at school. At the same time, Emily says to her daughter that tonight, let's all plan to watch a movie together. But Alice doesn't listen to her mother and says that she has to go to her friend's house to study. Then they reach the school. They drop both children at school, and while leaving from there, Emily's eyes fall on Alice, who is standing with a boy. Emily quickly takes out her binoculars and starts looking at Alice. This doesn't seem right to Matthew at all. He says that let them live their life. But Emily says that both of them are holding hands and hands Matthew a binocular too. Now both of them even kiss, but in the meantime, Alice sees them. Alice calls them and says angrily, what are you both doing here? Out of embarrassment of getting caught, both of them quietly drive away from there. At night, Emily is complaining about her daughter. She says she doesn't listen to me at all. Sometimes she says, get out of my room, don't spy on me. But when she needs something from me, she says, mommy, give me food. These teenagers, then suddenly her eyes fall on Alice's bag. Notifications of messages are repeatedly coming on her laptop. Emily goes near the laptop and starts trying to open it, but the laptop was locked with a password. Despite trying repeatedly, she cannot open the password. Then Matthew comes there and says, what are you doing? Because of these very actions of yours, Alice stays angry with you, but Emily says, I don't care. I feel Alice is lying to us. She went somewhere else on the pretext of studying. Then a sticker stuck on the laptop comes into Emily's hand. By mistake, the sticker comes off and a password is written on it. Emily quickly enters the same password and the laptop opens. Then she starts reading all the messages. She finds out that Alice is going to an event called Chemical Apocalypse. Her son Leo, standing behind, overhears this. Leo tells, Chemical Apocalypse is a club party. There are a lot of drugs and alcohol there. Hearing this, Emily gets very angry and in anger, she immediately picks up her phone. Emily tracks Alice's phone, and by tracking the phone, they reach that club. After entering the club, they see that Alice is dancing in the VIP section. Emily directly goes to Alice and calls her and says, come home right now. But then some intoxicated boys come there. They start teasing Matthew by calling him old man and Emily grandma, and taunt that, have you both got youth and old age that you came to this party? Matthew still says very calmly that, give us a little space and let us leave quietly from here. But the limit is crossed when, while leaving, one boy holds Alice's hand and tries to stop her. Seeing this, Emily gets very angry. She directly grabs that boy's throat. After that, a fight starts between the boys and both of them. Now Matthew also joins Emily and starts fighting those boys. Matthew and Emily together take down the entire gang in just a few minutes. In anger, Emily slams the gang's leader on the ground. In the meantime, Matthew sees that one boy is recording their video. He immediately snatches the phone from that boy and deletes the video. On the way home, Alice asks, 1 minute, first tell me how you got my location. Emily tells everything truthfully, that I got your laptop's password. After that, Emily says, now you will get a very bad punishment. You will not be allowed to go out of the house for many days. In anger, Alice also replies, I will go to a college so far for graduation that I won't even meet you people there. Then Matthew says, then we won't give you money for that either. Matthew further says, think about going to a far college for graduation later. First, sit at home and complete your punishment. Then Alice says to both of them, you people are liars. Where did you learn such great fighting from? Tell the truth. To this, Emily lies and says, we had taken taekwondo classes. Hearing this, Alice says, no one can fight so well by taking 1 or 2 classes. You think I am a fool? Anyway, after reaching home, Emily says to Matthew that I am missing my old agent life a lot. Emily tells that today, after many days, she felt as if they had really done something. Actually, she was feeling a lot of excitement. She says to Matthew, why don't we go traveling to South America, create a little chaos? But Matthew tells her to calm down and reminds her that they had left all this for their family. Then both of them, joking around, start remembering their old days and start boxing with each other. On the other side, Alice directly goes to Leo and asks him, did you tell Mom, Dad my location? But Leo clearly lies and says, no, I didn't tell them anything. Although inside, he is very happy because his sister got caught and got punished. The next morning, when Matthew was reading the newspaper, the doorbell of his house rings. Matthew opens the door, and standing in front of him is his old boss. Seeing his boss, Matthew gets a little surprised. He asks his boss, where did you get the address of our house? Then the boss shows him the video of killing that boy and says that your videos have gone viral everywhere. At the same time, Emily also arrives there. She gets happy seeing the boss, and both of them say to him, please come inside the house. But the boss refuses and says that this is not the time for all these talks. He directly talks about work and tells them that you will have to leave from here as soon as possible. possible. He tells Emily that your ex-boyfriend Baron Andrew was a traitor. He is now working with Gore and searching for you. The boss also says that when I can find you so easily and reach you, then Gore must have also found out your location. But Emily asks, why are Gore and his goons searching for us? After all, what do they want from us? Then the boss tells them that the ICS chip was not found anywhere. They searched the entire wreckage of the crashed plane, but there only the dead bodies of Gore's goons were found. Therefore, Gore thinks that the ICS chip is still with you. Their boss was quickly telling them all the things when suddenly a sniper shoots directly in the boss's neck. And in no time, many goons come outside their house and start firing indiscriminately. By luck, at that time the children were not at home. They had gone to school. Matthew and Emily immediately hide inside the house. Then Matthew tells Emily that if these people can reach our house, it means they can also reach our children's school. Now, to save their children, Matthew and Emily had to go to their school immediately. Both immediately run towards the garage of their house. First of all, they placed something on the accelerator of one car, due to which that car broke the garage door and went out. The goons fired indiscriminately on that car. But when they realized that there was no one inside the car, then suddenly Emily and Matthew come out in the second car. At the same time, all the goons start chasing them. On the way, Emily says, how to make these people understand now that we do not have the ICS. By chasing us, they will not gain anything. Then Matthew says, tell me one thing first. You will not get angry with me? Hearing this, Emily understands that the ICS chip was with Matthew only. Then Emily scolds him and says, why did you do this? Then Matthew explains that he did not want that thing to fall into the wrong hands, so he kept it with himself. Emily asks him, after all, where did you hide that thing? Matthew replies that he has hidden that thing in your mom's house because the security there is very strong, and that is the safest place. In the meantime, the goons reach near them. They were about to shoot Matthew and Emily when Matthew sees that one goon's gun has jammed. Matthew immediately picks up a Coke bottle lying in the car, puts Mentos in it, and throws that bottle into the goon's car. Due to the sudden bursting of the Coke bottle, the driver loses control of the car and their car collides directly with a truck. In this way, somehow saving their lives, both reach the children's school. There, the children had just sat down to eat in the canteen. As soon as Matthew and Emily arrive, they quickly take both the children out from there and take them straight to the airport. The children are very confused and scared that why are we suddenly running away? Then Matthew tells that we are going to England. The children ask, why are we suddenly going to England? Then Emily tells that we are going to meet your grandma. Hearing this, Alice asks, is our grandma alive? You had told us that our grandma had died. Alice gets very angry at this and says, Mommy, what else have you lied to us about? Then Matthew comes in between and somehow calms both the children. In the plane, Emily is thinking whether she should tell the children everything truthfully now. But Matthew says, no, we have lied to them for 15 years. So what difference will it make in 2 days? Let's wait for a few days. The next day, all of them reach London with fake passports. As soon as they come out of the airport, Matthew says that now we have to go further by this bus. After traveling in the bus for some time, he again says that our stop has come. Actually, while getting off the bus, he had seen a man getting out of a car and he had also signaled to Emily. While getting off the bus, Emily deliberately collides with that man and steals the key of his car. Then, very skillfully, she hands that key to Matthew. Matthew goes to take the car. In the meantime, Alice asks her mom, where did Dad go? Emily tells that he has gone to get a rental car. Then her son asks, is this our rental car? Then Matthew says, don't waste time. Quickly get in the car. But they do not realize that one of Gore's men was present in the same bus, who was secretly sending their location to his boss Gore. On the other side, through the airport cameras, Baron Andrew also comes to know that Matthew and Emily have come back. He says that he has been searching for the ICS for 15 years. He immediately tells his men to find them quickly and tells his assistants to keep a special eye on the children because they will definitely do something wrong. Here in the car, Matthew and Emily tell the children that internet is not allowed on this trip. They say, do one thing, give us your phones, and they take the children's phones. As soon as the phones come in hand, Emily removes their SIM cards and breaks them. But then suddenly they realize that the car's petrol has run out. There, Leo also starts feeling hungry, so they stop at a nearby petrol pump. While getting petrol filled, Matthew gives some money to the children and says, in jest, bring the change. The children go inside and Alice tells her brother, don't you find all this strange? Look, our passports are also fake, and on your passport, your name is written as Jeffrey Baker. Alice gets lost in thought and tells her brother that perhaps our mom-dad are criminals and are running away, leaving their country. And then Alice comes to know that her brother's gaming device also has internet. Alice says that we can run internet from this. Then she says, find out who this Jeffrey Baker is after all. Leo does a little research on the internet and finds out that a boy named Jeffrey Baker had died in 1952 itself. Now both the children start suspecting their mom-dad that what are these people doing after all and who they really are. There, Matthew and Emily are also thinking what to do next. They are talking to each other when Gore's goons reach there. Along with that, Baron also comes to know their location. Matthew and Emily see that the goons are surrounding them from all sides. The goons were about to attack when before that Matthew takes out a lighter from his pocket and sets fire to the petrol-filling pipe, due to which the fire flares up and he counterattacks on the goons. Emily also picks up a weapon and both start beating investigating the goons thoroughly, one by one. Seeing this, the children get completely stunned. They start thinking how their mom-dad can fight in such a dangerous way. Somehow, after killing the goons, they quickly make the children sit in the car and start leaving from there. Then Emily's eyes fall on one such goon who was about to shoot them. Emily immediately reverses the car and after taking a brilliant turn, flies that goon away. Seeing this, the children get even more scared. Then the children ask them, who was this man? Why was he trying to kill you? And why did you crush him with the car? Now Alice becomes fully convinced that her mom-dad are terrorists. Then suddenly they see Baron and his team passing in front of them. Emily immediately turns the car to the other side. There, Baron also tells his people, turn the car and chase them. But then Matthew sees a truck in front. He comes out from the sunroof of the car and fires on the chain with which the pipes are tied in the truck. As soon as the chain breaks, all the pipes scatter on the road. After this, he also shoots the tire of the truck, due to which the truck becomes tilted and the entire road gets blocked. In this way, they get rid of Baron. There inside the car, the children start demanding answers that, who are you people after all? Leo asks, Dad, you even have a gun? Finally, Matthew tells both of them everything truthfully. He says that we were CIA agents. In simple words, spies. Hearing this, Leo gets very happy and tells his dad, so can you beat up all the bully boys in my school? Matthew says, laughing, yes, I can easily beat everyone. Hearing this, Alice also gets impressed and says, I knew that you people were hiding something from us, but I never thought that you would turn out to be so cool. You people fight amazingly. Then Emily says, we fight even better if you people had not gone online. Leo says, I had just Googled from my gaming device. Hearing this, Matthew says, what? Your gaming device also has internet? Show me. He takes the gaming device from Leo and throws it directly on the roof of a truck from the moving car. Then says, anyway, you play too many violent games. Playing such games is not good. On this, Leo taunts his dad and says, I only play games, you're doing violence in real life. On the other side, Baron is investigating at that gas station. There he sees a tattoo on the body of a goon, due to which he comes to know that that goon was Gore's man. The next morning, Matthew takes his entire family to Emily's mother's house. Mother-daughter had not talked for a long time, so Matthew says that I will talk. The children get amazed seeing that big mansion from outside and say, is this our grandma's house? They ask their mom, were you from some royal family? Without saying anything, Emily enters the password on the gate. As soon as the password is entered, the gate opens. They go inside and park the car, and as soon as they get out of the car, suddenly a loud gunshot sound comes, due to which everyone gets scared. At the same moment, a bird falls down. Actually, their grandma, whose name was Jeannie, was checking her aim. Then Jeannie comes to them and says, wow, how many days later we are meeting, and the children have grown even bigger than they looked in the pictures. Then Emily comes to know that Matthew had been sending pictures of the children to Jeannie for years. Then Leo steps forward and says to his grandma, can we hug? On this, Jeannie says, no, I am a British. Do one thing, pick up that dead bird and bring it inside. After this, they all go inside. From inside, that mansion is even more magnificent. The children get extremely happy seeing that mansion. Then Matthew says that we have to quickly take the ICS chip and leave from here. On this, Jeannie says, now that you have come, stay for some time. At the same time, a man comes inside. Actually, he was Jeannie's boyfriend, Nigel. Both of them start kissing each other in front of everyone, seeing which everyone gets a little surprised. Then Matthew tells Nigel, why don't you show the house to the children? Meanwhile, we have to talk to Jeannie about something. There, Baron gets Leo's gaming device. Actually, he was tracking that device, so he quickly comes to know that they were being misled. In just a little while, Baron's assistant tells him that the car, which Matthew and his family had stolen, they have tracked it, and that car has gone inside a big mansion. When they check the records of that mansion, they come to know that this mansion belongs to Jeannie, who was a very big and famous M16 agent of her time. After this, Baron explains to his team that to search this house, they will need a special kind of special permission. Baron checked Jeannie's file to find out the truth about her. That's when he learned that Emily was actually Jeannie's own daughter. Jeannie had kept this fact hidden from everyone until now. On the other side, inside the house, Nigel was showing the children his gadgets. He was boasting a lot in front of the children. He was telling them that he was also taking training to become a spy. Nigel shows the children his equipment and says that he is an expert in all of them. He also tells them that among his equipment, there is a dartboard in which he is quite an expert. But when he starts throwing darts, his aim doesn't hit at all. Then Leo says, can I try this? Nigel stops him and says that it is very dangerous. But Leo picks up the dart and hits the target perfectly. Seeing this, Alice understands that Nigel only boasts. In reality, he is good for nothing. She says that she needs to go to the washroom and leaves from there saying this. Downstairs, Matthew tells Jeannie that he has hidden the ICS in a secret part built inside her house. Hearing this, Jeannie gets very angry and says that you have brought danger right up to my house. On this, Emily says, "Mom, stop being selfish for once. Think about others sometimes too. You never cared for me. You sent me away to a boarding school in America for studies. And the day I went underground with Matthew, that very day, I decided that I will not raise my children at all the way you raised me," Jeannie says sarcastically. "So what was the benefit? Does your daughter love you? No, right? Alice hates you." Somewhere in her mind, Emily starts feeling that her mother's words are true. Alice, standing a little away, was quietly listening to all this. Seeing her mother's sad face, Alice feels very sad inside and thinks that she is such a bad daughter. Over there, Matthew and Emily set out to search for the ICS in the mansion's garden area. Meanwhile, Alice was standing in a room looking at pictures of her mother's childhood and youth. Then her grandma comes to her. Alice says, "Grandma, I don't hate my mommy, and please don't say such things from now on." On this, Jeannie lovingly says, "Do you know, child? No child ever hates their parents. Sometimes they just get a little angry. Your mother also used to get very angry before. That's why she used to stay a bit upset with me." Then suddenly some goons appear outside the mansion. First, they cut the wires of the lock system on the gate, then break the compound gate and enter inside. Some goons also enter by jumping over the walls. Neither Matthew nor Emily had any idea about all this. Matthew takes Emily to an old wine cellar, where he had hidden the ICS 15 years ago. Then suddenly they hear the sound of a helicopter. They understand that the goons have attacked them. Jeannie and Matthew enter the mansion through the kitchen door. They are shocked seeing the scene inside the kitchen, because there Jeannie and her boyfriend Nigel were tied up by the goons. Seeing this, Emily quickly picks up a knife lying in the kitchen and frees her mother. After that, they all set out to search for the children. As soon as they enter the main hall while running, the goons surround them from all sides. The goons have extremely dangerous guns and other weapons in their hands. Emily, scared, asks the goons where their children are. The goons reply that the children are safe and ask them to come along with them. They take them to a room where Alice and Leo were already kept as hostages. Emily and Matthew both could not fight those goons together because they had heavy weapons, and also their children were in their custody. To save his children, Matthew tells the goons that he has the ICS and he will give it to them. Just let his children go. Then Emily says, "I know, Baron, all this is your plan. Come out, wherever you're hiding." But then a familiar, old face appears in front of them. He is none other than their own boss. Seeing the boss alive, both Emily and Matthew are stunned. Emily says in surprise, "That day you were shot, you had died, right?" Then their boss tells that the sniper was also his man, and he had just pretended his death. Actually, everything was fake. He also tells that Baron is a very honest man, and he wanted to catch the real criminals. The boss further says that after the plane crash, their mission failed, and the agency put the entire blame of that failure on him. Because of this, the agency destroyed his entire career, his wife, his children. Overnight, his whole life was ruined. Then Emily says, "So now have you come to take revenge on us for all these things?" On this, their boss replies, "No, I had just come to take the ICS, and now the revenge will also get fulfilled on its own." After that, the boss takes the ICS from Matthew and gives it to his hacker for checking, so that it can be found out whether it is real or not. Over there in the kitchen, the guards check Jeannie and her boyfriend Nigel. They think that both are still tied, but as soon as they get a chance, Jeannie quietly takes out her tranquilizer gun, hidden in the kitchen, and starts making the goons unconscious one by one. When more goons come there seeing all this, Jeannie fights them with knives, pans, and other things kept in the kitchen. She easily defeats the goons. However, during this fight, Nigel gets shot. Hearing the sound of the gunshot, the attention of the goons present in the other room gets diverted. Taking advantage of this opportunity, Emily and Matthew also start attacking those goons. But then their boss, with some of his men, points guns at the children's heads. Matthew pleads, "Leave my children." The boss replies in a cold tone, "Don't come in my way. If you hadn't interfered, I would have returned your children safely by tomorrow." Then suddenly some goons come from behind and attack Matthew and Emily, making them unconscious. When they regain consciousness, they see that Jeannie is present there. Emily asks in panic, "Where are the children?" But by then it was too late. The boss and his goons had kidnapped the children and taken them away in the helicopter. Matthew asks, "Did anyone see the helicopter's registration number?" Then Nigel says, "Perhaps something was captured in our CCTV cameras." After that, everyone starts checking the CCTV footage. In the footage, Matthew sees that Leo was looking at the camera and giving a thumbs up. Then he understands that Leo had a fitness tracker ring on his hand. With the help of that ring, the children's location could be tracked. Matthew immediately finds the children's location. The location was showing an art museum. Actually, that night, a big party for VIP people was going on in the museum, so the security there was very tight. Because of this, Matthew and Emily had to leave their weapons outside in the dustbin. After that, both of them quietly enter inside the museum. On the other side, their boss, Chuck, demands a lot more money from Gore in exchange for selling the ICS. Hearing this, Gore gets very angry. He abuses him and cuts the phone. After that, he tells his men that "I want that ICS at any cost." Over there on the other side, Chuck finds other buyers for purchasing the ICS and takes all of them to the rooftop. There, he tells them, "The thing that I am going to sell you, it is the most powerful thing in the world. If you want, I can also show its demo." After that, Chuck tells his hacker to shut down the entire electricity of London at once. Actually, one feature of the ICS key was that any system could be hacked very easily with it. In just a few seconds, darkness spreads in the whole city, and all the lights of London go off. Matt and Emily immediately understand that Chuck must be showing the power of the ICS key to someone. Then Emily says that these people must be on the rooftop because from there the view far and wide is visible. At the same time, they see some of Chuck's goons going in the lift. Matt and Emily also immediately enter the same lift. Over there on the other side, Chuck was showing the power of the ICS key to all his buyers with great pride. He tells them that if they want, they can also open the barrier built on this river. Normally, this barrier is controlled by the Navy, but with the help of the ICS key, they can open it easily. As soon as the barrier opens completely, the whole London will drown in water. Saying this, he orders his hacker to open the barrier. Slowly, the barrier starts going down, and the London Navy gets completely panicked. Here, Emily and Matt also reach the top floor of the building, where some dangerous goons stop their way. Matt and Emily have to fight those goons mercilessly once again. They knock down all the guards one by one. Over there, the buyers get extremely impressed seeing the power of the ICS key, and bidding starts on it. Finally, one man buys that key for $250 million. Then on the same top floor, Baron arrives and stops Matt and Emily. Matt asks him how he got their location. Baron tells that he works for MI6. That is, London police, and Matt and Emily are international fugitives. On this, Emily says, "Arrest us later, but right now our children are with them. Please let us go." Baron replies, "Don't worry, I will not arrest you. I have understood that both of you wanted to stop this key from going into the wrong hands." Baron had also come to know that the real mastermind was Chuck. He tells Matt and Emily, "Come, now let's deal with these goons together." Baron, his fellow policeman, and Matt Emily reach the place where Chuck was auctioning the ICS key, but seeing the opportunity, Chuck escapes from there. Matt and Emily immediately start chasing him. Over there, while running, Chuck tells his goons through call to quickly take the children to the boat. He himself also starts running towards the river. Matt and Emily are chasing him when Gore's goons stop their way and start demanding the ICS from them. Suddenly, a green laser dot appears on the forehead of one goon. Actually, that sniper was none other than Jeannie. Due to the fear of the sniper, Gore's goons put down their weapons. Now Matt and Emily pick up the goon's own bike and start chasing that boat. Then Gore calls his backup goons. The backup team starts chasing Matt and Emily, so both have to separate. Matt, with his amazing driving skills, fools the goons chasing him. Meanwhile, Emily cleverly drops the goon following her, leaves the bike at full speed towards him, and herself boards a speedboat. She asks Matt through the device in her ear where his location is. Matt tells the location, and Emily reaches there immediately. After that, Matt also boards the speedboat, and both start chasing Chuck's boat. Over there, Chuck tells his hacker to reach the safe house quickly with the ICS key. On the other side, Nigel was sitting in his car waiting for Jeannie. Then he sees that hacker who was going towards the safe house. Nigel chases her car and hits it hard. The collision is so strong that the hacker becomes unconscious there itself. Nigel gets the ICS key from her. He calls Jeannie and tells that the key has been found. Jeannie first gets confused how Nigel got the key. Then she praises him and says to quickly close the barrier. But poor Nigel didn't know anything. He only used to boast. He keeps pressing the delete button on the laptop again and again, but nothing happens. Finally, in anger, he slams the laptop on the ground, due to which an option opens. Nigel somehow uses a little brain and closes the barrier. Now Matt and Emily understand that ahead the river barrier is going to close. They quickly put life jackets on the children and lower them into the water one by one so that they remain safe. After that, both together beat Chuck thoroughly. Matt says to leave him to die in the boat itself. Then Matt and Emily also jump into the water themselves. In just a few moments, the boat collides directly with the barrier and there is a huge explosion. Chuck and his entire gang get finished. Matt and Emily's whole family is completely safe. Matt, praising Leo, says that what he did was really commendable and he didn't know that Leo would turn out to be so smart. Emily hugs her daughter Alice tightly. Then Emily's mother Jeannie also comes there and Emily hugs her too. All the misunderstandings between mother and daughter end. The whole family gets together again. And with this, our story ends. If you liked the video, please do like it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.